Good morning. It's only 20 after 4. What am I doing up? Because I can't sleep. I went to bed before 7 last night and I've had a full night's sleep. So here we go. This has to get put away. So the pillow goes behind me and the bedroll gets gathered like this, pulled back under itself like that. There we go. Join the corners together. Join the front corners together. See, I've twisted it 90 degrees. There we go. Join those corners together. This is how you make your bed in the morning. There's the straps. Tuck that in because it looks better with the black duvet cover to hide the sheet. Now, roll it up tight. And put the straps on. That's easy enough. And tuck the end of the strap there. Now put that back where the pillow is. Now over here, there's a 1-inch pulley attached to the seatbelt anchor with cable ties, and another 1-inch pulley with a piece of plastic around it so that the sheet doesn't get caught in the pulley and cause you trouble flipping the bed up and down. Parachute cord. So what we do is take this cord, throw it down here, and now lift with your arm under the bed and pull towards you just a little bit. And the back corner is going to come off the ledge and drop down, but I'm going to hold onto the cord so it doesn't fall quickly. There. Now grab the front, lift it and pull it forward. Whoops, there went the light. Fix that. Put it back up on the headrest. So there's the bed. It's held with straps onto the plywood. We'll just lift it a little bit, push it towards the back, and push it in against the wall. Okay. Now there's a bungee cord up here at the front. Let's see if we better turn the camera a little bit. We're going to pull this up and hook it on here. It's crude and I haven't changed it, but it works. Now at the back, I'll unhook the camera and go back and show you. Here at the back, we have a ratchet strap mounted to the bottom of the bed. I've already threaded the webbing through. That's attached to the seatbelt anchor behind the bed with the hook that comes on the end of the strap. So now we're going to lift this slightly and ratchet this up Now we have the bed parallel to the kitchen. Take the shopping basket and put it back in place. Undo the latch and drop it down, and we now have a place to sit. Putting the light back. There are the shoes. Time to put the shoes on. And this piece of plywood is what stands on the floor in front of the stove as the rest for the bed, so that when the bed comes down at night, it sits here, and it's this much higher than the ledge on the other side of the van, so that when you're on the slope of the street, your bed is level rather than sloping with the angle of the street. Coffee maker, we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, we have to put the phone down for a moment. Well, we're half a kilometer down the road and we're parked. Usually it's dark in here, but for shooting this, we've got the oatmeal in the pot already. I did that before I came down here. We're going to turn the propane tank on, and I always leave this set for the lowest possible heat. So all I have to do is turn the propane tank on and light. There we are. Light it, no need to adjust it. Set the lid back, and breakfast will be ready. The front, before I pulled away from where I was for the night, I got the coffee maker ready. Turned on the power inverter, started the van, and coffee is already probably close to half brewed for the first cup this morning by the time I get to my morning spot. There's the laptop. I got up in the middle of the night and decided there's coffee's ready. Coffee's ready. Uh-oh. We'll just turn it off and let it sit and drip. You can see we're charging at 13.2 volts with the Renergy DC to DC charger, 20 amps. I run the van and I'm charging the battery through that at the full 20 amps while I'm making coffee in the morning, because it would only take perhaps 2 or 2.5 cups of coffee to totally drain my deep cycle storage battery. So the engine runs. Below that, I just added a 10 amp 7-step smart charger, which I then now plug into my power bar. I remove that gray plug from the inverter and plug it in to an extension cord that's hidden down there, that red and black cable, and that runs to the back of the van for the gas generator. So when I run the gas generator, I plug the power bar into the extension cord to charge both the laptop and run the smart charger to charge my battery. I find that by running the smart charger, I'm getting a full 10 amps as opposed to running the DC outlet on the gas generator, which is only rated at 7 amps. So much faster charging while I'm using perhaps just a little bit more fuel. You can see that now that the coffee maker is turned off, I'm now setting at 14.7 volts. So we have almost the full charge in the deep cycle battery. When I see that the battery is charged close to the 14.5, 14.7 volts, and I'm going to be doing a considerable amount of driving, I turn on this switch, which then turns on the 50% to, I believe it's this port. There's an L port for low current. This switch causes the DC to DC charger to only put out 50% of the 20 amps. So I'm now charging 10 amps, and the smart charger will not overcharge the battery and shorten its life. Coffee's ready. We're going to pour it into the cup and reconfigure here. After the bedroll was put down behind me, as I was flipping the bed into the daytime position, now that it's locked in place behind the headrest, you'll see the two hooks from the bungee cord. As the seat is pushed back, the edge of the headrest, when the driver's seat is pushed back after the bed is in the vertical position, the corner of the cardboard catches the headrest and keeps it vertical. Then the pillow has its resting place, the bedroll, and toys, groceries, water jug, kerosene, and breakfast. It's 10 degrees this morning, so it's not cold. We'll soon rotate that kerosene heater and get that fired up. And here we have it. This morning's first cup of coffee, ready to go. And we're going to take that kerosene heater from out under there and turn it. I have a small wedge from the dollar store that I put under the kerosene heater because there's a counterbalance weight in the corner that if it's on too much of an angle, it will drop and shut off the flame. So we'll take the tank and reach down and flip over this unit that then opens the valve on the bottom of the tank to allow the kerosene to flow into the wick area container down below. So we'll put that in facing up, and we'll put the tank back in, close the lid, raise the wick, and pull. Now we have the tank inserted. We'll crank the whip up and down a couple of times, and that'll give me a little extra kerosene on the wick as it moves up and down its travel area. And then we're going to pull the electric igniter for the glow plug. There we have our flame started. Once the chimney starts glowing a nice deep red, we'll turn the wick down until we have about 1 inch of glow, and that makes for good combustion and no fumes. So there you have my morning experience and my first cup of coffee. Breakfast is on the stove. The kerosene heater is firing up. The door is open for ventilation. The front windows are always down by at least ½ an inch for cross flow of air during the night. Therefore, the humidity from your breathing is always carried out of the van. You have no moisture buildup, no condensation, no black mold.